for some Friday night football action. Had some volleyball, some basketball from here in the Coastal Bend and in the Rio Grande Valley on early today. We also have some playoff games coming for you. We have one across the way at Cabinets Field as Corpus Christi Miller takes on La Feria, and Odom taking on George Weston Mathis. So at realsportslive.com you can check those out. But for right now, we're going to have the color guard marching in here at Buck Stadium, and we're going to have the national anthem. So we'll turn it over to that right now, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit about this game between Corpus Christi Ray and the hosting Corpus Christi King Mustangs. Keep it here.
Now, would everyone within hearing distance of the music please remain standing in respect for our country and our nation's flag. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
And we're back. I'm Mark Molina on the call here tonight at Buck Stadium. Once again, we have the hosting Corpus Christi King Mustangs taking on the visiting Corpus Christi Ray Texans. You can find these games and all our regular season games on our Facebook, on our Twitter, on YouTube, the Apple TV, and the Roku Network. For our postseason football games, you must go to our website, realsportslive.com. Check it out. Go to the live games tab. And we have those today, and we're going to have two more tomorrow. And going forward, all our Texas high school football broadcasts will be through there at realsportslive.com. But for all your regular season games, you're still good here on social media, wherever you do social media. So just want to thank everybody for joining us. So coming in, it's week 12 overall since we've been started playing football here in the Coastal Bend. And this game between 0-6 Ray and 1-5, 0-6 King and 1-5 Ray. Ray one game out, 1-3 from possibly being within grasp of a postseason, and King, even though they're at 0-5, they're not too far away either. So a couple of weeks left to play for Class 5A and above, so anything's certainly possible. But for Ray, a pivotal game for them here towards the end of the season. And King going to receive the opening kickoff. And we're off. Ball fielded around the 5-yard line. And like a dart out of the end zone, that's Josiah King. well, from near the end zone. King returns near the 30-yard line to the 29, so that's where King's going to start. This drive. Three wide single back set. Here's a throw low as Stewart intended for Brian Guillen, incomplete. Gonna bring up a 2nd and 10. So a couple weeks ago, Ray came in with after an upset of Moody, but had been outscored in 3 losses by more than 100 points as there's a pass and a penalty. As Stewart tried to get his receiver going up the far sideline, but it looked like it was a free play, so it's going to be a penalty on Ray, and King going to get the ball moved up to the 34-yard line. That pass intended for Nathan Reyes up the sideline. So 2nd and 5, 4 wide single back set. Here's a handoff. And that was to Josiah King, and he just gets swallowed up by that Ray Tex in front. Takes a loss of a couple. It looks like about 4 back to the 30-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd and 9 now after the gang tackle for a loss. Trips to the right for Stewart, single back. Stewart back to pass, steps up and keeps it and plows ahead to about the 35, picks up 5. It's still going to be short by about 4 yards, and King going to punt it away. Got the penalty, but still going to go 3 and out. And there's a bad snap, and that's Stewart trying to pick it up, and he looks like he falls on it way back at the 10-yard line. And Ray getting a little bit of a break there. As we see the snap just go back, and Stewart unable just to fall on it. And it looks like that's King way back there. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Ray Texans at the King 15-yard line after the bad snap on the punt. Four wide single back set for De La Cerda. They try to hand it off here and going nowhere is number 2, John Cavazos, and he's going to get thrown for a loss. Back to the 19-yard line. Loses about 4, going to be 2nd and 14 now. For the Ray Texans. Cavazos a single back. De La Cerda 4 wide, 3 wide receivers to the right. And there's a jump, and De La Cerda is going to keep it up ahead inside the 15, still on his feet. Plows his way down to about the 9-yard line. Picks up 10 on the run. Let's check the penalty. Looks like it's going to be offsides on King.
Offside, defense number 4.
So like that penalty is going to be declined.
Offside on the defense, the penalty is second down.
Actually, the penalty is going to be accepted. So it's going to be second down. And about 9. It looks like Ray's going to give those penalty yards back on a false start. It looked like the run by De La Seda was longer than 5 yards. A little. So a little puzzled, unless there was something there I missed. But now, after the false start, it's 2nd and 14 for the Texans back at the King 19. De La Seda takes a snap, going for the end zone. He's got a man. Touchdown. 19 yards, number 19, Cole Dennis with the touchdown catch. Let's check the replay. De La Seda just takes a snap, doesn't even get a drop, knows where he's going with it the whole time, and Dennis gets behind a defender. Easy pitch and catch for the score. And Ray leads 6-0 early on. 9:12 to go, and here's the extra point attempt. Kick is up. Kick is good. And the Ray Texans take advantage of the good field position. 19-yard pass from De La Seda to Cole Dennis. Kickoff coming up. Keep it here. We'll be back. This is Real Sports Live.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
Rick Big and Angie Body with Armor All Express Detail would like to salute the 2020-2021 Miller Buccaneers all the way to state. Go Buccaneers from Armor All Express Detail in Robstown.
And we're back. Ray leading King 7-0 early on here in the first quarter. After a botched snap or a high snap on a punt, back at the King 15, Ray took over. A couple of plays later, even after a penalty, we're able to cash in. 19-yard touchdown catch, Cole Dennis. King going to take this one on a bounce at around the 5, and he makes his way up past the 30 to about the 32-yard line. So that's where King's going to take over. 1st and 10 at its own 32-yard line. King went 3 and out on its last possession. They come out here 4 wide. Single back set. Back is King. And they give us the King up ahead to about the 34-yard line. Picks up a couple there on 1st down. Going to bring up 2nd and 8. Ball spotted at the 34-yard line. Story 3 wide set. Story hands it off to King, and he's going to get stood up. Maybe going to get the 35-yard line, but not much else. Looks like the officials are going to give him the 35, so a short gain of about a yard. Going to bring it up 3rd and 7 for the Mustangs. Three wide single back set for this 3rd down. And Stewart coming to his left, looking downfield, throws on the run, and a little wide, incomplete, looking for number 12, Brian Guillen. He's not going to get him there, so that's going to be... Looks like it's going to be a penalty out here. We heard her whistle. Looks like there was an ineligible downfield that was against Ray, so it's going to be... It was going to be against King, and it's going to be declined, so it's going to be a punt by King as Stewart backs up. And waiting for this one is Manuel Sterling, who lets it go, and it's going to take a bounce to about the 30-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Ray at its own 30-yard line, leading 7-0. No short field this time for the Texans. Four wide single back set. Trips to the right for De La Cerda to begin this drive, and he's going to hand it off, and there's going to be a penalty flag. Looks like some movement early. Let's see what the call is. It's going to be a false start on Ray. So second false start penalty in as many drives for the Texans. So it's going to be 1st and 15 from the 25-yard line now for Ray after the penalty. De La Cerda fakes the handoff. He's got a man that's Juan Perez at around the 30-yard line. Picks up a couple. Picks up about 5 back to the original line of scrimmage. Going to bring up 2nd and 10. Nice quick release there. By De La Cerda. So 2nd and 10, 3 wide receiver, single back. De La Cerda's going to keep it dancing towards the middle of the line. He's going to pick up about 4 on the run. As he bottles up the ball as he heads into the heart of the line, picks up about 4. We're going to bring up a 3rd and 6 after the quarterback keep by De La Cerda. 3 wide single back set. Cavasso is the single back there for the Texans coming out on this 3rd and 6. 4 wide actually. 4 wide spread, single back. De La Cerda gonna pitch it out to Cavazos. Cavazos trying to get the edge and nowhere to go. Gets taken down at the 31-yard line. Wrestled down, that's number 45. Michael Vic Barrera coming in on the stop. So it's going to be a loss of 3, and it's going to be a Ray punt. Guillen waiting for it back at the King 40. As Manuel Sterling back at the 18-yard line waiting to punt. Or the snap, rather. Here's a snap. Kick is up, and it's a nice kick going over the head of Guillen. And Guillen chasing it down, taking it on the bounce back, way back at the 10-yard line, and nowhere to go as the Rays special team is there to bobble it up. Maybe about a 3-yard return, but not much else. So it's going to be 1st and 10 King way back at their own 13-yard line after the 3-yard return. by Guillen. So not much going on for the King Mustangs so far in 2 possessions. They come out here in the shotgun. Guillen in motion. And they're going to hand it off to Guillen, and Guillen's going to pass. And way downfield, he's got a man incomplete. Intended for Nathan Reyes, and he almost caught that one in his hands, but unable to bring it down. You're going to see Guillen come in motion here. It's going to be just a handoff and a pass. And just good coverage there by Ray. And they give us the King up ahead to about the 17-yard line. Picks up 4 on the run. Going to bring up 3rd and 6 for King. Another 3rd down for the Mustangs. Haven't been able to convert yet. Stewart looking to the sideline pre-snap. Stewart fakes the handoff, throws, it's tipped and incomplete. Looks like that was 44 at Eldon Dorr. Getting a piece of it there. So bring on the punting team for King once again. The Stewart gonna kick it from inside his own 10-yard line and back to receive at almost midfield is Sterling, Manuel Sterling for Ray. Punts high, short. Sterling's gonna call for a fair catch at around the King 48-yard line. So a good field position for King as their defense makes another stop, flips the field for them here. Saw it come to Ray Texans leading 7-0, 4:32 to go. 1st and 10 at the King 48-yard line for the Texans starting out this possession. Fake is De La Cerda, and De La Cerda stays on his feet, but he's going to be dragged down for a loss on the design run. Going to bring up a 2nd and 11 from the 49-yard line of King. De La Cerda back to pass. He's being chased and he gets rid of it just barely. And in on the rush. Looks like that was number 55, Marique Roy. So after the incomplete, it's going to be 3rd and 11 for the Ray Texans. De La Cerda feels the pressure, throws down the flat, has the man, a lot of room to run. And that's Winston Weeks. And Weeks makes it all the way up to the 35-yard line, picks up 14 on the play. You see on the replay, just sees the pressure and then throws it out to Weeks, and Weeks picks up a nice run and a first down. So 1st and 10 at the King 35-yard line. They're going to give it up ahead to Weeks, and Weeks, powerful run all the way inside the 30-yard line to about the 29. So penalty is going to be on King. It's going to be a 15-yard variety. So added to the end of the run. It's now going to be a 1st and 10 for Ray after the penalty on the King 14. Here's the handoff to Weeks coming around the right side. Going to bounce it outside. Close to the 10-yard line. He's going to be dragged out of bounds. Picks up of a couple. It's going to bring up a 2nd and about 6 from the King 10-yard line. As Ray threatening here, up 7. Cavazos and Weeks in the backfield, and we're gonna have a timeout on the field. It's gonna be credited to Ray. So their first timeout of the half. They have 2 left. So on that note, we're gonna take a break. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Mr. G's Barbecue, smoking the Coastal Bend, fresh mesquite smoked barbecue, homemade sausage, regular and jalapeno cheddar, daily lunch specials and dining available. Let us cater your next office event or celebration. Had the rest, now try the best. Mr. G's Barbecue, smoking the Coastal Bend. Please support your local businesses. Thank you.
And welcome back. Going to be 2nd and 6 for the Ray Texans at the King 10-yard line. 5 wide. Direct snap to Cavazos, and Cavazos inside the 5-yard lane, reaches for the goal line. And they're going to call him just short, it looks like, at the 1. You can see this direct snap to Cavazos, and he finds a nice little crease, and he reaches for the goal line. Looks like he might have broke the white plane there, but that's not for us to decide. So it's going to be 1st and goal from the 1 for the Ray Texans. And there's Cavazos. Going to finish off the drive. 1-yard touchdown run. Juan Cavazos to give Ray a 13-0 lead here early on. You see they lined up in a direct snap formation for Cavazos. He takes the snap and looked like he was going to try to go out wide, but cuts it back inside just in the nick of time and able just to walk right in. Now Manoli Maragakis converts on the extra point, and it's going to be 14-0 Ray with 1:55 to go here in the first quarter. Kickoff coming up. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back. This is Real Sports Live.
Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Madagaki's at the 40-yard line getting ready to kick off. King waiting at the 7-yard line. King going to take it on the bounce, and he's going to be wrestled out of bounds at around the 8-yard line. And that's where King's going to take over. A couple of questionable returns here by King, taking him on the bounce there. I don't know what. Guess they see something we don't there, but just the field position hasn't been kind to King here so far. But on the other side, 14 points for the Ray Texans. As we mentioned, they defeated Moody 24-20 a couple of weeks ago. Then they've lost 3 straight, but in those 3 losses, 144-23, they've been outscored. So they haven't scored much. And here's a run to King, and King a lot of room to the left side. Still on his feet, hurdles the man, and he's going to get leveled just after, but not before he picks up 23 yards. His man in motion, they give it to King, and he bounces it out, and just a lot of room there. Stiff arms, and here's the jump. But as soon as he turns around, just gets absolutely decked. But first and 10 for Ray at the 32-yard line after the run by King. And this is picked off. And that's number 10, Thomas Boyd. And Boyd right place at the right time is Boyd as he picks up the turnover. Let's check out the replay there. Looks like Stewart was trying to get it into Reyes again, and they're in the middle of the field. And just throws it a little bit outside for Reyes, and there's Boyd to reap the benefits of that pass. Just a little bit off there, but now Ray in business after the interception. First and 10 at the King 35-yard line. Ray's had a couple of short fields here early on, and De La Cerda just going to throw it away. So that's the interception. Second and 10. And it looks like there's going to be an early release at the line. It looks like they're going to get Dennis. And that's who it's going to be. Dennis took off just a half second early there, and they're going to move back Ray to the 40-yard line. So it's going to be second and 15 after the penalty. Ball spotted at the 40. And here's a pitch back, and Cavazos is going to throw it downfield. He has a man, and it's complete at the 20-yard line. Patrick Pasinic. There's a penalty marker down. So the penalty is going to be on Ray. So it's going to be a 2nd and 20 instead now. Dalicela pulls it out and finds a big hole in the middle there and up to the 39-yard line. Picks up about 6 yards on the run. Going to make it like 3rd and 14 now, up to the 39. Four wide single back set for Ray. 3rd and long, man in motion. Cavazos keeps it in straight ahead. Inside the 35 to the 34. And that's going to be how the quarter expires. Ray leading King 14-0. Right into the second quarter. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Bubba's 33 and Corpus Christi is a proud sponsor for all teams on Real Sports Live. If you can't make it to the game, then watch it on the big screen at Bubba's 33 in Corpus. Great food, great atmosphere before, during, or after the game. Stop in at Bubba's 33 in Corpus Christi, Texas.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. Jay Gonzalez.
So it's going to be a 4th down now after that play. Here's a booming punt. It's going to take a bounce inside the 5, and a nice effort there at the goal line, but it's going to be a touchback. That's worth another look. Took a good bounce. It looked like they had a chance to save it. But nevertheless, it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line for King as they trail here 14-0 early in the second quarter. And here's a toss to Guillen, and Guillen going nowhere on that. maybe got back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Going to bring up 2nd and 10. Three wide, single back set. There's a penalty, and Stewart's going to keep it coming around the left side, and he's going to get upended at the 25, maybe the 26-yard line. But gain of 6, see what the penalty is. And it's going to be an illegal formation, much to the chagrin there of Josiah King, who was signaling it's definitely on Ray, but not the case there. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 15 for King. Ball spotted back at the 15-yard line. And same place, Stewart faking the handoff, coming around the left side, and almost the same result. Picks up about 6, maybe 7 on the run. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 8. Ball spotted at the 22-yard line. Three wide, single back set for King. Stewart back to pass. Rolling to his left. Dumps it off to King at the 30, and King has a little bit of running room up past the 35-yard line, enough for a 1st down. See the replay there is Stewart just dumping it off, patient on the run, and able to get it to King. Here's the handoff to King. Still on his feet, trying to come around to the outside, and he's going to get thrown down. Looks like by number 52, Isaiah Trevino. So a short gain there for King on 1st down. Pick up about 2. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 8. Three wide, single back set. Here's a handoff to King, and King spins around up to the 41-yard line, picks up another 4 on the run. So it's going to be 3rd and 4, 3 wide for Stewart. Fakes the handoff. And incomplete. Trying to get it to Guillen. It looks like it might have been tipped there. Looks like Boyd was in on the disruption once again. So it's going to bring up a 4th and 4. And it looks like King's going to stay on the field and go for it. As Stewart looking to the sideline. Looks like they're going to opt to punt instead as they switch personnel. Emmanuel Sterling waiting for the punt back at around the 24-yard line. Stewart waiting for the snap at around his own 29. There's the punt right to Sterling, and Sterling's going to fair catch it there at the 24-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 now for the Texans. Their own 24-yard line, up 14-0. 8:10 left to go here in the 1st half. Three wide set, the lone back is Cavazos. De La Seda keeps it up ahead, trying to bounce it outside. Still on his feet, past the 35 and down to about the 37-yard line. 13-yard pickup there by De La Cerda. So we're going to bring up a 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line for the Texans. And we're going to have a timeout from Ray. It looks like there's a little confusion on the field, so that's going to be the second timeout for Ray of the half. They have one left, so with 8 minutes, 2 seconds to go here in the second quarter, the Texans are going to talk about it a little bit, and we're going to take a break. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
University that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
So we're back 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line for Ray. De La Cerda feeling the pressure up the middle. That was number 24, Peyton Castaneda, coming in on the rush. Incomplete. Bring up a 2nd down. Castaneda just darted in there. Uncovered, untouched almost. Second down. There's a penalty, and De La Cerda going to keep it, and he's up past the 40-yard line. Picks about 5. Penalty. It looks like it's going to be an offsides on King. So after the penalty, the ball going to be spotted at the 43-yard line. Three wide, single back set for Ray. De La Cerda rolling to his right, looking down the field, looking, makes a pass. Caught. Stepping out of bounds. Complete is Patrick Senek. Picks up about 6. It's going to be a 1st down. So there's a 6-yard completion to Patrick Senek. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Ray Texans near midfield. That's Weeks going out wide. As Cavazos takes a direct snap up into King territory to the 49-yard line. Picks up about 2 on the 1st down run. So we're going to bring up a 2nd and 8 after the short run on 1st. And Cavazos fakes the handout, keeps up inside the 45 to the 44, picks up another 5 yards. Gonna bring up a 3rd and about 3. Ball spotted at the 44-yard line of King. Three wide, man in motion. Kowalski's going to hand it off. Weeks coming around the left side, and he's going to get thrown for a big loss back at the Texan 49-yard line. This is about 7. And it's going to be a punting situation. It's the man in motion there. It's just, they hand it off, and Weeks just feels the pressure off the edge and just nowhere to go, and nobody on the King side was fooled. So it's going to bring up a 4th and 10 now. There's a low punt, and Sterling going to keep it, and he's going to get dropped for a huge loss back at the 39, call it the 40. So it was a low snap. Sterling tried to make something out of it, but none to it. So it's going to be 1st and 10 King at the Ray 40-yard line. Good field position after the snap. Check out the snap here. It's low. He just loses it. Not low. Pretty good snap, but he just can't control it and falls there. Gives Ray a little bit of time. Gives King a little bit of time to converge on it. So force a turnover on downs. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 40, and King's going to take a timeout. With 4:53 to go, let's take a quick break. We'll be back. This is Real Sports Live.
DS Oilfield Construction and the family of Rene Martinez III would like to wish Rene and his fellow teammates the best of luck for the 2020 football season. For any oilfield construction needs, please contact DS Oilfield at 361-396-0059, Alice, Texas, or Logan Wilson at 361-701-8892 at any time. Thank you. Let's go jerseys from DS Oilfield.
So 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line for King. The fake to King. Stewart's going to air it out, incomplete. And on the far sideline, intended for Hunter Coleman. It's going to be incomplete. That's going to be an ineligible man downfield, so it's going to be a penalty on King. They're going to get backed up 5 yards, so it's going to bring up a 1st and 15 at the 45 of Ray. So after the penalty, ball spot at the 45. 4 wide, single back. Hand out to King. And King picks up about a yard and not much else as he's corralled by a gang of white shirts there. Picks up 1, going to bring up a 2nd and about 14. Stewart Stepping up, loses the football, and he's able to fall on it. At about the 42. After the recovery, it's going to be at the 41 actually, so it's going to be a gain of about 3. So Stewart fortunate to be able to fall on it, but he loses the ball, able to fall forward, pick up a couple of yards. So 3rd and long, 3rd and 11. King needs the Ray 30 for a first. So Stewart going to step up again, loses the football once again, and it looks like Ray has it this time. And a recovery, Eldon Dorr. And Stewart feels the pressure and does the right thing and is able to step up, but he's corralled there by Hayes Hopkins, who forces the ball out. And that's the second turnover forced by Ray here in this first half, if they now have control. 1st and 10 at midfield. They're going to hand it off to Weeks here. And Weeks going to pick up about a yard as he was headed for the far sideline. They'll give him a gain of about 2. Actually 1, so it's going to be ball spotted at the King 49-yard line. Here's Weeks coming around the left side to the 45, picks up about 4. So 3rd and about 5 here for Ray. And the ball just falls in. Weeks and Cavazos just kind of stood there and looked at each other for a little while, like they had no idea what was going on before they realized that the ball had just come loose. So King going to get the ball back at midfield, and Weeks just looked back, and Cavazos just standing there. And no reaction time there, and it allows King just to come in and fall on it. So at 2:09, King gets the ball back at midfield. After the Ray fumble. Handoff up ahead to King, picks up about a yard on the first down run. Man in motion coming around on the sweep is Reyes, and Reyes gonna get dropped for a loss. Back at the 47-yard line. Call it the 48. Loses about 4 yards on the play. Gonna bring up a 3rd and 12. King going to take a timeout on a 3rd and 12 coming up. Ball near midfield at their own 48-yard line. So while they talk about it, we'll take a break. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Rustic Tea Boutique is now a sponsor for Teams here on Rio Sports Live. Located in Fremont, Texas, supporting both the Cowboys and Cowgirls in their games. Whether it's Twisted X shoes, a wide assortment of Sense apparel, or the latest styles for men and women in clothing or accessories, or a great selection of scented candles, Rustic Tea Boutique in Fremont is your stop.
And we're back here at 3rd and 12. Coming up for King. Trips to the left for Stewart. And looking, there's a lot of room in the middle of the field. Makes the man miss. Headed for the sideline. Inside the 40, inside the 35, out of bounds at the 32-yard line. 20-yard pickup, and it looks like we're going to add more after the penalty. Stewart looking, sees nothing, but sees a big hole wide open for him. He gets inside the 35, and there's a late hit, and that's going to go against Manuel Sterling, it looks like. So add 15 more after the 20-yard play, and 35 yards in total. And it's now 1st and 10 at the Ray 17. As King trying to get on the scoreboard here. It's a 14-0 game. Man in motion. There's a fake. Give ahead to King. Spins out. Heading for the sideline. Cuts it in a little bit. Up inside the 10. Inside the 15 to about the 12. Nice run there by King. This King clocks the ball there. Look at this last run here by King. He just spins out, and those Ray defenders just aren't able to get him down there, but he just spins right out of them and just a step faster than the Ray defenders up front there as he picks up 5 yards. So 9 seconds to go, 3rd and 5 from the Ray 12-yard line. Mustangs trying to get on the board here. Man in motion, Stewart surveys. He's coming around the right side. There's a flag down as Stewart throws it towards the end zone. It's picked off by Sterling. Going to be holding, and the penalty is going to be declined, and the Ray Texans forcing 3 turnovers in the first half. They lead 14-0 headed to the break. Let's go to that replay as Stewart fakes the handoff there, and he's surveying the field, looking. He just tosses it to the back of the end zone. And there's Sterling just to pick it off for the 3rd takeaway for Ray in the first half. They lead King 14-0. And it's a pretty big game for the Ray Texans here tonight. So 28 minutes headed to the half. We'll take a couple of minutes and we'll bring it back here for some highlights and some halftime entertainment. So keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
TSS Photography in Corpus Christi, Texas. You can experience the latest technology in photography. Whether you're an individual or a team, you can experience photography at a whole new level. Real-time photos can be seen on screen as they are taken in-house or from remote locations. You can even have your order placed as you leave the room. Special events? No problem. Take your pose. Choose your background. This is a veteran-owned company, a Texas Hub certified company, over 3 years in service in Corpus Christi, Texas. TSS Photography. Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past? first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats. Laguna Madre Baits, 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at the half. Ray leading King 14-0, and right now on the field we have the Ray Texans for halftime entertainment, so keep it here.
Lieutenant Leila Pacheco, Lieutenant Cordela Porter, Lieutenant Janessa Zamudio, Lieutenant Jasmine Vasquez, Second Lieutenant Christian Quintanilla, First Lieutenant Alexa Lopez, Captain is Isabel Castaneda, Captain Zeta Diaz, Captain Ariana Garcia, Captain Victoria Gonzalez, First Captain Justine Luna, Major Madeline de la Garza, and your 2020-21 Texan Colonel is Ms. Leila Fonseca. The Texans are under the direction of Ms. Stacy Tullis and Assistant Director Ms. Tiffany Porter. The Texan would like to dedicate this week's performance to the RH Fighting Texan Band and their dedication, perseverance, and for supporting the spirit of the Ray High School students for Ray High School. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Dubuque High School and Corpus Christi Independent School District and the Ray Band Boosters are proud to present the Ray High School Fighting Texan Band. Tonight they will be performing two exciting upbeat songs, Bang Bang and Take On Me. The band is under the field direction of drum praisers Luis Rojas and Rebecca Ortega. Drumline captains are David Rivera and Colin Allen. Color guard captains are Cody Garcia, Stephanie Urbano, and head captain Juan Morales. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the exciting sounds as the band entertains you tonight. The W.A. Rand High School Texan Band is under the direction of Health Director Nixon Williams, Assistant Band Director Nancy Hesh, and David Getz Jr. On behalf of the principal, Mrs. Roxanne Cuevas, we would like to thank all the parents and community for your support of W.B. Ray High School. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Now entering the field, the Mighty Mustang Marching Band and the award-winning Royalettes Drill Team. The Royalettes are under the direction of April Mayberry. Royalette officers are Captain Jalen Gilmore, Captain Chelsea Garcia, Major Aria Cervantes, and Colonel Skylie Ortega Mayberry. The Royalette of the Week is Tia Whitley. The Dancer of the Week is Paige Hart. The Officer of the Week is Jalen Gilmore. Tonight the Royalettes will perform a palm routine to Confidence choreographed by Aria Cervantes.
Those are the students from Ray, and let's take a quick break. On that note, we'll be back.
Insurance Agency LLC, located on the square in Woodsboro, Texas, specializing in row, crop, and pasture rangeland, serving farmers and ranchers in multiple counties since 2011. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer. 1-800-573-5166. Stacy Neiman Insurance Agency LLC. In Fremont, Texas, off Highway 281 is the Oasis Restaurant, serving great food daily. And if you can't make it to the game, then watch it while you eat. Carry out and dine in available. Great selection of food for any taste and supporting local athletes all the way. The Oasis Restaurant in Fremont, Texas.
Refugio ISD holds special memories in the hearts of anyone who has ever been part of the school. The Refugio ISD Education Foundation provides resources that will create engaging learning experiences for students. You can be a part of the Bobcat Tribute Plaza. Order a brick or a bench, and you will help to build on the tradition of excellence and opportunity that has always been at the heart of Refugio ISD.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. Jay Gonzalez.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
Body with Armor All Express Detail would like to salute the 2020-2021 Miller Buccaneers all the way to state. Go Buccaneers from Armor All Express Detail in Robstown.
Mr. G's Barbecue, smoking the Coastal Bend, fresh mesquite smoked barbecue, homemade sausage, regular and jalapeno cheddar, daily lunch specials and dining available. Let us cater your next office event or celebration. Had the rest, now try the best. Mr. G's Barbecue, smoking the Coastal Bend. Please support your local businesses. Thank you.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for a fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Bubba's 33 and Corpus Christi is a proud sponsor for all teams on Rio Sports Live. If you can't make it to the game, then watch it on the big screen at Bubba's 33 in Corpus. Great food, great atmosphere before, during, or after the game. Stop in at Bubba's 33 in Corpus Christi, Texas.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. Jay Gonzalez.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
DS Oilfield Construction and the family of Rene Martinez III would like to wish Rene and his fellow teammates the best of luck for the 2020 football season. For any oilfield construction needs, please contact DS Oilfield at 361-396-0059, Alice, Texas, or Logan Wilson at 361-701-8892 at any time. Thank you. Let's go jerseys from DS Oilfield. Rustic Tea Boutique is now a sponsor for teams here on Rio Sports Live. Located in Fremont, Texas, supporting both the Cowboys and Cowgirls in their games. Whether it's Twisted X shoes, a wide assortment of Sense apparel, or the latest styles for men and women in clothing or accessories, or a great selection of scented candles, Rustic Tea Boutique in Fremont is your stop.
At TSS Photography in Corpus Christi, Texas, you can experience the latest technology in photography. Whether you're an individual or a team, you can experience photography at a whole new level. Real-time photos can be seen on screen as they are taken in-house or from remote locations. You can even have your order placed as you leave the room. Special events? No problem. Take your pose. Choose your background. This is a veteran-owned company, a Texas Hub certified company, over 3 years in service in Corpus Christi, Texas, TSS Photography. Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past? first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Real Sports Live. I'm Mark Molina. We're a few seconds away from the second half kickoff. Corpus Christi Ray leading Corpus Christi King 14-0. The Ray Texans in the first half, 3 takeaways, a couple of picks, and a forced fumble, including one right at the end of the second quarter in the end zone that thwarted King's best attempt at scoring so far here tonight. So we're on to the third quarter. Ray going to receive the second half kickoff. Fielded at around the 9 by Manuel Sterling. And Sterling with a big return. Inside the 30, inside the 25, is still on his feet, inside the 10, taken down finally at the 7-yard line. There's a penalty marker down, but there's a block in the back, so that's going to negate about an 87-yard return. For the Texans. I can't be too happy about that one, but so obviously it's coming back, so it's going to be 1st and 10 Ray at their own 18-yard line. Here's Cavazos on the keeper, up ahead, still on his feet to about the 26-yard line. Picks up about 8 on the first down run. Gonna bring up 2nd and about 3. Direct snap to Cavazos once again, and Cavazos up to the 34-yard line. He's gonna have a first down. They've had some success with that direct snap there. Cavazos in the backfield. So he just takes the direct snap here, waits for those blocks to develop, and just a nice push up front by the offensive line of Ray to make that happen. So 1st and goal at the 34-yard line. Cavazos keeps again, has another hole, bouncing it out, bounces it back inside. It's spinning, still on his feet to about the 44-yard line. Picks up another 10 yards. So it's going to be first down at the 44-yard line for the Texans after another good run there by Cavazos. You see the offensive line really starting to work here early on. They're going to hand off to Weeks this time, and Weeks bounces off a tackle attempt, and he's up past the 45 to about the 46, near the 47. Pick up about 3 there on the play, on the short run by Winston Weeks. Here's the handoff to Weeks, and Weeks gonna Bounce it outside. Not a lot of room there. And he falls forward to about midfield. Picks up about 3 yards. Going to bring up a 3rd and about 4. Ball spotted at midfield. There's a snap. Looks like it's going to be a penalty flag. It's Weeks. Brings it up to 46. Picks up another 4 yards. There's a penalty pre-snap, and then one came in from the secondary. So we had a holding on Ray. We had a offsides on King. So offsetting penalties. So we're going to replay the down. It's going to be 3rd and 4 now. So there's Weeks. Brought down inbounds. Near the first down marker. It's going to be a first down, it looks like. So it's going to be first down at the King 46 now. Here's a handoff to Weeks. And Weeks gets back maybe to the line of scrimmage on the first down run. So we bring up a 2nd and 10 after no gain on the first down run by Weeks. De La Cerda back to pass. Over the middle, has a man for a second. And it's going to be incomplete. He had Javari Ayala, who just gets hit. Hard and jars the ball loose and can't hold on to that. And Ray looks a little bit confused, and they're going to have to take a timeout here. So it's going to be their first of the half. So while they figure some stuff out, we're going to take a break. Keep it here.
Be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats. Laguna Madre Baits, 828 Westport Drive, Fort Mansfield, Texas.
Stacy Neiman Insurance Agency, LLC, located on the Square in Woodsboro, Texas, specializing in row, crop, and pasture rangeland, serving farmers and ranchers in multiple counties since 2011. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer. 1-800-573-5166. Stacy Neiman Insurance Agency, LLC.
back, and a run there by Cavazos up to about the 40-yard line. Picks up about 6, going to bring up a 4th and 4 now, and it looks like Ray's going to stay on, try to go for it. So it's going to be 4th and 4. Cavazos being pulled down, just going to throw it up, and it's going to be turnover on downs. Go to the replay here. See, Cavazos just felt the pressure and tried to get rid of it. Needed to do something with it, but incomplete. So ball goes over on downs to King, 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. There's a pass on 1st down out to Root. Picks up a couple of yards on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and about 5 now at the 45-yard line for King as they try to string some momentum together after the turnover on downs. Stewart quick out in the flat to Reyes, and Reyes going to pick up about a yard maybe. Going to bring up a 3rd and 4 now. And there's a deep pass downfield, incomplete. Intended for Tristan Bennetson, and getting a hand on it was Jacob Longoria. And he's a little upset with himself there, but it's going to be 4th down now, and looks like King's going to trot the punting unit onto the field. So Stewart kicking off. Taking on the bounce is Sterling, and Sterling not going anywhere. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Ray at the 25-yard line. With 5:06 to play. Here in the 3rd quarter, Ray leading 14-0. Turn the ball over on downs, last time out. De La Cesa working with 4 wide, single back set. They're going to hand it off to Cavazos, and Cavazos with a nice run all the way up to about the 38-yard line. Picks up about 13. Nice run there on 1st down. It's not the right play. Excuse us there. So 4 wide after the long run there by Cavazos. There's a flag out. And Cavazos falls forward to about the 41-yard line. Check the call. It's going to be offsides on King. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty. It's going to make it a 1st and 5 now. Replay first down. So 1st and 5, 4 wide receivers. They give it out to Cavazos, and Cavazos up to about midfield. Going to pick up a 1st down on the run. Some hard running there. So ball at midfield, 1st and 10 for Ray. De La Seda hands it off to Weeks up ahead. Weeks picks up about 2 on the 1st down run. So you bring up 2nd and 8 now. De La Seda just tosses that one up, and Sterling's able to come down with it, but he's going to get back maybe to the line of scrimmage. Not a lot there, but kind of a panicky reaction there by Sada that had a green shirt in his face, so try to get rid of it best he could. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 8 now. 4 wide single back set for De La Cerda, and it's going to be a false start. Looks like that was Cole Dennis, just took off a fraction of a second too early there on the outside. It's happened a couple of times here tonight that a receiver for Ray has jumped the gun just a little bit. So it's going to be 3rd and 13 now. De La Cerda back to pass. Over the middle, it's picked off. And that's number 2, Ben Stewart. And, excuse me, no, it's not. It's Brian Guillen, and Guillen's going to take it to the house. It just jumps in front of it, makes a play. Returns it 59 yards for the score. Does Brian Guillen. So that pick 6. The Ray lead is cut in half. It's now 14-7. 59-yard pick 6 by Brian Guillen. Look at it one more time. Call it 58 yards, but just jumps in front of the pass there. Easy pick, has a lot of room to run, and Brian Guillen takes it to the house. And King, not much going on offense, but they are back in business here as the defense playing well. Kickoff coming up. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back. This is Real Sports Live. Keep it here.
In Fremont, Texas, off Highway 281 is the Oasis Restaurant, serving great food daily. And if you can't make it to the game, then watch it while you eat. Carry out and dine in available. Great selection of food for any taste and supporting local athletes all the way. The Oasis Restaurant in Fremont, Texas.
Vince Stewart. Deep receive for the Texans, Emmanuel Sterling and Winston Weeks.
So we're back. Here's the kickoff, taken on a bounce at about the 23-yard line by Weeks. Weeks coming around the near side, and he brings it all the way back up to the 47-yard line. Nice return there by Weeks. So it's going to be 1st and 10 after the return by Weeks at the Texan 47-yard line. 2:02 left to go here in the third. Handoff. Fake. As De La Cerda comes up past midfield to about the 49 of King. Picks up about 4. Going to bring up a 2nd and 6. Nice run up the middle. Michael Vasos gonna pick up a 1st down. Picks up about 9 yards on the run. So 1st and 10 Ray at the King 40 now. Here's Cavazos up to the 37-yard line, 3 yards on the gain there. And Ray put up 14 points in that first quarter, but ever since then, nothing much going on for the offense. As we mentioned coming in, how much they've been outscored, 143 to 23. The offense just underperforming the last couple of weeks here. And here's a handoff to Weeks coming around the far side. Inside the 30-yard line, taken down at about the 28. Picks up about 9 yards there for another 1st down. Nice run there by Weeks. So it looks like the Ray Texans are going to be content just to let the clock run down. So we're headed to the 4th. Ray still leads King 14-7, but the Ray Texans on the move. 1st and 10 at the King 27-yard line. Taking a break, keep it here. This is Rural Sports Live. 4th quarter coming up.
Refugio ISD holds special memories in the hearts of anyone who has ever been part of the school. The Refugio ISD Education Foundation provides resources that will create engaging learning experiences for students. You can be a part of the Bobcat Tribute Plaza. Order a brick or a bench, and you will help to build on the tradition of excellence and opportunity that has always been at the heart of Refugio ISD.
And we're back, about to start the 4th quarter. Ray leading King 14-7. Ray on the move inside the King 30 to the 27-yard line. Costos hands it off to Weeks up ahead. Weeks inside the 25 to the 24. Picks up 3 on the 1st down run. And the Texans coming out just grinding here. A couple of chunk yardage runs. As they methodically move their way down the field. Second and 6. Handoff up ahead. Cavazos inside the 25 to about the 24. Excuse me, to the 16. Picks up a few there. Picks up about 5, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and short. Call about 2 yards. Hand it out to Weeks. Weeks coming around the left side, and he's going to get tackled for a loss. Took a loss back to the 19-yard line. So it's going to bring up a 4th down, and that run going nowhere there. So Ray going for it on 4th and short. Cavazos is going to keep it. Cavazos is trying to get to the edge, and it looks like he's not going to get there. He's going to come up short, and King holds. And the King defense stands tall as the Ray Texans drive into the red zone and come up empty. Another turnover on downs. So 10:02 to go here in the game. King 1st and 10, coming onto the field at their own 19 after the turnover on downs. Here's a snap, handed out to King, coming around the right side. Puts his head down up to the 22-yard line, picks up about 3 yards. Five wide single back set for Stewart. Stewart gonna hand it out to King straight ahead. King trips at about the 23, picks up maybe about a yard there. Gonna bring up a 3rd and 8. 4 wide for Stewart. Gonna hand it off to King up ahead, ducks down, and King all the way up to about the 33-yard line, picks up 10 on the run. And the Ray defense gives up a big run on 3rd and about 8 yards there. You see King just straight ahead, just nice, ducks under some of those arm tackles by the Ray Texans. And give it to King straight ahead again, and King past the 40, still on his feet, past the 45 to about the 48-yard line. 14 more yards for King. See the give here, and King just straight ahead, just taking 3-4 of these Ray Texans with them. King bounces off another tackle into Ray territory, picks up 4 more yards. And King just going straight into these tacklers, and they're not getting them down on first contact here. There's Josiah King. Stewart gonna pass, has that one batted down, incomplete. So it's going to be 3rd and 7 now after the incomplete on 2nd down. They're going to hand it off to King, and King straight ahead spins to the 44, picks up 4 more yards. Going to be a couple short of the 1st down. So it's going to be 4th and 2, and King going to stay on the field. And Stewart in trouble, throws it up, middle of the field, incomplete. And a nice play coming across in the Ray secondary. It looks like that was Sterling. So the Ray defense holds once again. So Ray takes over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line, and the offense has come out since the 1st quarter. Had some good drives, but just haven't been able to punch it in for more points. A couple of turnovers on downs for the Ray offense. And give it to Weeks, and Weeks with a nice run up to the 45 of King. 1st down run, picks up about 11 yards to start the drive. Ray was grinding it out on the ground last drive, and they had a lot of success until they got inside the 20-yard line where the drive stalled. 4 wide. Give it to Weeks straight ahead, and he's going to be taken down for a loss. Number 45, Michael Vic Barrera, on the stop, and fooling nobody there as he just shoots through the line and makes the play. Gets a nice jump there, and he just wraps up Weeks. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 12 now after the tackle for loss. Second and long, 4 wide. Keeping Cavazos, and Cavazos straight ahead, but he's taken down quickly off his feet. Picks up about 2 yards on the run. Clock ticking, coming up on about 5 minutes to play. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 9. Snap is high. They give it ahead to Weeks, and Weeks going to pick up maybe about a yard. So it's going to be 4th down coming up, and the King defense tightening up as they're not allowing any more chunk yardage up the middle. So Sterling coming out to punt. And Brian Guillen waiting for the punt back at around the 15-yard line. High, but Sterling is able to get the punt. And it's going to take a Texan bounce inside the 15, and that's where he's going to stay at around the 14. So King's going to take over 1st and 10 at its own 14-yard line.
Washington Mustang.
First and 10, 4 minutes, 8 seconds to go. Stewart passes to Dylan Root to about the 20-yard line, picks up about 5 on the first down catch. There's a nice defensive play made as they take King down behind the line of scrimmage at the 16-yard line. Loss of about 4 on the play.
Third down.
And we have a timeout on the field. It's going to be taken by King. It's going to be their first of the half. So with 3:14 to go in the game, King wants to talk about it. They face a 3rd and 9. Big third down coming up. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. Jay Gonzalez.
And we're back 3 minutes. 14 seconds to go. Big 39 for King here. Man in motion. Guillen with the pass, and it's almost picked off. Ray nearly had its 3rd interception of the game. It hits Jacob Longoria in the hands. It's going to be 4th down and 9 now. So they're going to stay on the field. 4th and 9. And Stewart rolling, has a lot of time looking downfield. And he's got a man at around the 46-yard line. And that's Nathan Reyes, and he had plenty of time to roll out and survey the field. And nice catch there by Reyes with the defender honing in on him. So 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Give it to King. And there's a flag coming in here from the near side at around the 25-yard line. Minimal gain there. Let's check the penalty. It's going to be a penalty on Ray, substitution penalty, so it's going to move the ball up to the 47-yard line of Ray. So it's going to be 1st and 5 at the Texan 47-yard line for King. Straight ahead, Josiah King picks up about a yard before he gets brought down. Two minutes, 14 seconds. Stewart going long again, and there's a flag on the sideline, and it looks like there was a push there. Let's see if the referee calls interference. And they're going to call a defensive pass interference. It's going to be an automatic first down, and it looks like that's on Winston Weeks. So huge penalty. So it's going to be a spot foul. Ball's going to be placed at the 36-yard line. So new set of downs for King as they trail 14-7, 2:05 left to go. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs at the Ray 36-yard line. They give it to King, and King cuts back inside to about the 33-yard line, picks up about 3 there on the first down run. And King hurrying up a little bit here. Hand out to Josiah King. Trying to cut in, and that's Sterling wrapping him up for the loss. Back at the 38-yard line. Big loss there. Timeout King. And Josiah King just going nowhere on that last run. Let's check the replay. They hand it off to him, and he tries to bounce it to the outside. Just nothing happening there. And you see Manuel Sterling just goes to the ground and just waits for it. Didn't try to attack his legs. Just drops down, wraps his feet up, and that's a smart little move there by Sterling. So 1:32 to go here. The Ray Texans trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. One that they've been outscored 145-23, 121-point difference. Meanwhile, King trying to find its first win of the season. We'll see which one plays out. 1:32 left to go here in this one. So 2nd and 7 from the 33-yard line, 4 wide. King the lone back. Stewart rolling to his right. Gonna go downfield. And that's picked off. Another Ray interception. The third Ray pick of the game. You see Stewart rolling out, going deep. Just a nice play made on the ball there by Sterling, and it looks like Ray is going to pick up that win, going to snap a losing streak here. And King's going to take a timeout. So after the kneel down, immediate timeout taken by King. Ray scored all its points in the first quarter, and since then have been scoreless. But this defense has come up with 4 takeaways tonight. 3 picks, 1 fumble. And it has basically held this King offense scoreless. The one King score coming on a pick 6 of 57 yards. But other than that, this Ray defense has been airtight. And there's a kneel down by De La Cerda. And one more of those should do it. So the Ray Texans picking up a win, staying alive. In the playoff race, which has become very top heavy in that district. Here's another kneel down. Coming in 1-4 into the week, Moody, Victoria East, Gregory, Portland. Moody and Victoria East 2-3, Gregory, Portland 2-4, Ray coming in at 1-4, followed by Carroll 1-4 and King 0-5. So a lot of football left to be played in that district as Flower Bluff 5-0, Veterans Memorial 5-0. We'll have that game this coming Thursday, so keep it here. Should be joined by Chris Vasquez on that one, so we'll have a 2-man crew for that one. Should be fun. Also Victoria West at 4-1 in 3rd place and wide open for the last 6 teams in that district. And that's going to do it here, folks. Corpus Christi Ray 14, King 7. The Ray Texans get back in the win column as they're going to improve to 2-4 on the season, 2-5 in district play, and still alive in the playoff hunt. King's going to fall to 0-6, 0-7 overall, still hunting that first win of the season. A couple of weeks to go still. So a lot of football left to be played for everybody in the district. But that's going to do it here from Buck Stadium. Ray, 4 turnovers, 3 picks, 1 fumble. King offense held scoreless. The one score they have came on a pick 6 of 57 yards, of 57 yards, excuse me, and that was about it. So that's going to do it here tonight, folks. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're on YouTube. You can find live games there as well, like on our other social media platforms, except for Instagram, but still a lot of cool content there. You can also find us on Apple TV and the Roku Network. And for our playoff games, realsportslive.com. Make sure to go there. You can only see Texas high school football playoff action at realsportslive.com whenever we stream. Cannot see those on our social media website. Cannot stress that enough. So, signing off. Thank you for watching. And once again, from Buccaneer Stadium, Ray 14, King 7. For myself, Mark Molina, and my cameraman, Jerry Trevino. Have a good night. Thank you for watching.